Do we really need a Yom Kippur this year? The theme of Yom Kippur is mortality. We wear a kittel, which resembles a burial shroud, to remind us of our own deaths. Franz Rosenzweig points out that the fasting in which we stop sustaining our lives is also there to remind us of our mortality. And then we say the Unetana Tokath prayer that says, Mi yichyeh mi yamut, who shall live and who shall die? But the question is, do we really need to be reminded of our mortality this year? After 5 months of the coronavirus, after 5 months of hospital visits, after 5 months of untimely deaths and unnecessary funerals, do we really need to remind ourselves that mi yamut, that we all are mortals and that our lives do not extend forever? But perhaps this year, we need to think about Yom Kippur in a different way. The Baal HaTanya, the first Lubavitcher Rebbe, noted that Purim and Yom Kippur are similar. He actually noted that poetically, the full name for Yom Kippur, Yom Kippurim, can also mean a day that's like Purim. And if you think about it, this is actually correct. Yom Kippur comes after a year in which we're engrossed in life, and it reminds us about our mortality. It reminds us that we don't live forever. But Purim came originally after a year in which the Jews were engrossed in their own mortality, after a year in which they thought they may not live. And then when they find out that they do, they celebrate. They recognize the sweetness of life. Perhaps this year, our Yom Kippur needs to be more like Purim. This year, we need to use Yom Kippur to remember the sweetness of life. I had a friend named Joe who was a Holocaust survivor. And somehow, despite everything he went through in his life, he would come to shul every single day with a huge smile on his face. But not only that, he would buy bags and bags of candies, and he would bring them with him each and every day, and he would hand candies out to everyone else. I'd find a candy on my seat each morning. And it was Joe's way of saying, never forget that life is sweet. This year, that's the lesson of Yom Kippur. Mi yichyeh, who shall live? If we're given the blessing of life, never forget that life is sweet.